Every baby deserves the best start in life, and for many, that starts with a gift of breast milk donation. Hey, it's Morgan, and welcome to the Passable Parent channel. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos. But for many mothers who may not be able to breastfeed, there are heroes in our communities who step up to donate their own breast milk. Milk banks and donation centers work to provide safe, screened breast milk to babies in need. They collect, process, and distribute milk to hospitals and families that have a medically indicated need for breast milk. But why is breast milk so important for babies? Breast milk is the perfect food for babies. It contains all the necessary nutrients, antibodies, and hormones to support a baby's growth and development. It can also protect against infections and illnesses and may even reduce the risk of certain chronic diseases later in life. Donating breast milk is a selfless act that can make a world of a difference for a baby's health and development. It also helps to ensure that every baby has access to the benefits of breast milk, regardless of their mother's ability to breastfeed. And it's not just for mothers who have an oversupply of milk. Every drop counts and every donation can make a difference. Becoming a breast milk donor is easy and can change a baby's life. Milk banks and donation centers have strict guidelines and protocols in place to ensure the safety and quality of the milk. Potential donors will be screened for certain medical conditions and medications, and the milk will then be pasteurized to kill any potential bacteria. Donors will also be provided with instructions on how to properly collect and store their breast milk. Donating milk is a simple and rewarding process. You can donate milk at a milk bank or a milk donation center, and many times at local hospitals. You can also find milk banks and milk donation centers through the Human Milk Banking Association of North America. To learn more about the process and to see if you qualify as a donor, make sure to check out the links in the description box below. One of the most critical medical conditions that breast milk can help prevent is necrotizing enterocolitis, or NEC for short. NEC is a serious condition that affects the intestinal tract of premature infants and can lead to sepsis, perforation, and death. NEC is more common in premature babies because their intestinal tracts are not fully developed and they are more susceptible to infections. Studies have shown that breast milk can significantly reduce the risk of NEC in premature infants. It contains immune factors, growth factors, and antioxidants that help to promote gut health and protect the intestinal tract. It's also really important to consider breast milk donation if you have extra milk or an extra freezer stash that you're not going to be using in the next 6 months to 12 months, depending on how you freeze it. So they will accept frozen breast milk if it's stored in a regular freezer up to 6 months, and they will also accept it up to 12 months if you have it in a deep freezer. So it's really important to consider donating because not only do these babies in the NICU have premature guts and intestines that they need this breast milk only, but also their mothers may have gone into labor prematurely, and it may take them longer for their breast milk to come in, even if they wish to breastfeed the baby. So that's why it's really great to be able to give the gift of breast milk, especially if it's breast milk that you don't intend to use. When I personally first heard about breast milk donation, I didn't think twice about it. I had an oversupply of milk, which came with its own set of problems, but I knew that I could use that to help a baby in need. I didn't realize the joy and fulfillment that would also come from being a donor. It's such a small act, but it has such a huge impact on the life of a premature baby and their family. Donating breast milk was a simple and rewarding process. I actually donated at a local hospital, and they paid for everything. They scheduled me to come in, they drew some blood work to make sure I didn't have any diseases and that my milk would be safe for a baby. They then went over how to store it and how I could bring it in. I brought it in at a later date once they got my test results, and it just was a simple, seamless process, and it made me feel really good to be able to do something with the milk that I wasn't going to be using. If you're somebody who is at home and you are just looking to source breast milk for your baby, there are several other ways that you can source breast milk for your baby other than just going through a local hospital. The first is milk sharing. Milk sharing refers to the process of obtaining breast milk from a lactating woman who is not a licensed milk bank. This can be done through online milk sharing communities or through informal networks of friends and family. While milk sharing can provide a source of breast milk, it is important to be aware that the milk has not been screened or pasteurized, and therefore it may not be as safe as milk obtained from a milk bank. Another way is directly from a lactating woman. You can also reach out to lactating women in your community or online who may be willing to donate their breast milk. You can ask friends, family, or other mothers you know if they are willing to share their milk. Some mothers may prefer to donate directly to a specific family rather than through a milk bank. As with milk sharing, it is important to be aware that this milk has not been screened or pasteurized and therefore may not be as safe as the milk obtained from a milk bank. It's also important to note that if you choose to source breast milk from a non-certified milk bank or from a lactating woman, it's important to take the necessary precautions to ensure the safety of the milk for your baby. This may include testing the milk for bacteria and checking the health status of the lactating woman. It's also important to check with your pediatrician to ensure that your baby is medically cleared to consume donor breast milk and to discuss any concerns you may have about sourcing the breast milk for your baby. If you're interested in donating, again, visit the links I have down below to find out more about breast milk donation and to learn more about the process and to see if you qualify as a donor. Every drop counts. Every baby deserves the best start in life, and for many, that can start with the gift of breast milk. By donating breast milk, you can help protect premature babies from NEC and give them the best start in life. Thank you for considering donating breast milk, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and advice on breastfeeding, childhood development, pregnancy, postpartum, and all things parenthood.